Good morning friends and my dear children. Today we are going to learn about the expression for energy of the electron in the orbit. Okay. So we have already learnt about Bohr's atomic model, and also we have learnt about how to find the radius of Bohr's nth orbit. Okay. So those who have not watched the videos, previous videos, please kindly watch the previous videos, and request all of you to please kindly subscribe to my channel. Okay. So this is your Lalita Peri ma'am, your chemistry teacher. Okay. And today I am going to tell you about the expression for energy of the electron in the orbit. Okay. So already we have learnt about the expression for radius. Okay. And today we are going to learn about the expression for energy. Okay. Again I will be drawing a line. Okay. So that if I divide the board into two parts, okay, it will become easy for you to copy down the expressions which I write on the board. That's why I'll write both sides. Okay. Right. So today's topic is what? Expression for energy of electron. Expression for energy of the electron. Energy of the electron in nth orbit. Okay. So to find out the energy of the electron, according to Bohr's atomic model, we have learnt that the energy of the electron is fixed as long as it is continuing to revolve in the same orbit. Its energy is considered to be fixed. Okay. Only its energy will keep changing if it jumps from lower energy orbit to higher, or from higher energy orbit to lower. Okay. Until and unless it keeps revolving in the same orbit, its energy remains to be constant. Okay. So the energy of the electron is considered to be the sum of the potential as well as kinetic energies of that electron. Okay. So energy of the electron, total energy of the electron. Okay. Now total energy of the electron, total energy of the electron is equal to what? Is equal to sum of Pe and Ke. Pe and Ke. Pe means potential energy. Okay. Now Pe means potential energy, and its value is equal to what? Minus Ze square by R. Okay. Now minus Ze square by R is the formula for what? Potential energy of the electron. Here Z is the atomic number, E is the charge of the electron, and R is radius of the orbit. Okay. Now R is radius of the orbit. So potential energy is given by the formula minus Ze square by R. Here there is a significance will be there for negative value. We will be discussing about that shortly. Okay. So please remember this formula, this to be the first equation. Okay. Potential energy of the electron is equal to minus Ze square by R. Z is atomic number, E is charge of electron, and R is the radius of the orbit. Okay. And Ke of the electron is considered to be half mv square. Okay. Half mv square. Okay. So let us consider this to be the second equation. So total energy of the electron is given by the formula what? Total energy is equal to what I have written? Pe plus Ke. Pe plus Ke. Okay. Total energy is equal to what? Pe plus Ke. Here Pe is what? Pe is given by minus Ze square by R. I will just write a little bit down. Pe is given by, still I am writing up only. Okay. Pe is given by minus Ze square by R, and Ke is given by half mv square. Okay, half mv square. Now in place of v square, okay, you can substitute one important thing which you have learnt in yesterday's class, that is while calculating radius of the orbit. Okay, we have learnt that according to Coulomb's inverse square law, okay, Ze into E by R, product of charges, force is directly proportional to product of the charges and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. This Ze square, okay, Ze square by R, Ze square by R is equal to mv square by R. We have learned this. Okay, what is mv square by R? It is the centripetal force that is exhibited by electron, isn't it? So if you are going to equate these two, okay, Ze square by R square, R square. Here R square and R gets cancelled. Okay, so Ze square by R is equal to mv square. So that v square can be written as Ze square by Rm. Isn't it? You can write v square as what? Ze square by Rm. So I am going to directly write that v square is equal to Ze square by Rm in this equation. Or if you want me to write it normally, this is the one which we have learnt from radius of the orbit. While learning about radius, we have learnt this. Okay. So here better you write. I will write this also properly. Okay. So we know that according to Coulomb's inverse square law, according to Coulomb's inverse square law, Coulomb's inverse square law, okay, now according to Coulomb's inverse square law, the force of attraction between two charged bodies. Here what are the two charged bodies? One is nucleus with charge Ze and another is electron with charge E. Okay, product of their charges and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. Okay, that is equal to what? Ze square by R square is the force. Okay, now according to Coulomb's inverse square law, we have learnt that the force of attraction between two charged bodies is given by this formula. And we also know that the centripetal force, okay, now the centripetal or centrifugal force exerted by electron, okay, centripetal force or centrifugal force exerted by electron, okay, is given by the formula what? F is equal to mv square by R. Okay, here this is one F, this is one more F. If you are going to equate these two, okay, if you are going to equate those two, we are going to get Ze square by, you cannot able to see. Okay, by equating these two, we get what? Okay, or if you take this as third equation, this as fourth equation, right? If you are going to equate those two, we will get the value of v square. Okay, now if you are going to equate 3 and 4, equating 3 and 4, we get, equating 3 and 4, we get Ze square by R square is equal to mv square by R. Here square and R gets cancelled and v square value, how much you will be getting? Okay, v square value. If you want only v square value, bring this m to the denominator. So v square becomes Ze square by Rm. But we know that kinetic energy is how much? Half mv square. Now in place of that v square, I am going to substitute Ze square by Rm. Okay, kinetic energy Ke is equal to what? Half mv square. Okay, so this, if you take this to be the fifth equation, substitute v square value in second equation. This is the second equation, which is, I did not rub that, so that for your reference it will be there, right? So therefore Ke is equal to what? Half mv square. Half mv square is equal to half into m into, in place of v square I will write ze square by rm. Ze square by rm. Okay, so m gets cancelled. Okay, so Ke value, how much it will become? Ke value, therefore Ke value is half into ze square by r. Only m gets cancelled, so ze square by r is left over. So that is equal to ze square by 2r. This is kinetic energy value. This you take it to be equation number 6. Okay. So now what we have to do? Total energy we have to calculate. So Ke value, instead of half mv square, we will write ze square by 2r. Okay, now instead of this half mv square, we will write ze square by 2r. Okay. So what will happen if you write like that? Okay. So this point I am rubbing. So Pe value already it is there, and in place of half mv square I write ze square by 2r. Ze square by 2r. Therefore total energy Te, total energy of the electron is equal to Pe plus Ke. This we have written first only. And Pe value, what is that? Pe value minus ze square by r plus Ke value ze square by 2r. Okay, now ze square by 2r. Okay, so in all those expressions, ze square by r is there common. Okay, so that is equals to ze square by r, I am taking it as common, minus 1 plus 1 by 2, means minus half you will be getting. So total energy of the electron value, total energy is equal to minus, okay, minus 1 plus half, means it will become what? Minus half. So minus 1 by 2, okay, r into ze square by, or else you can write even this ze square by r inside the bracket. Okay, minus 1 by 2 you will get here, and this ze square by r as it is I am writing. Okay, so total energy of the electron is equal to what? Minus ze square by 2r. Okay, total energy is equal to what? Minus ze square by 2r. This is the equation which we got. Okay, please copy down that equation fast. Now, in place of this r, we know the value of r already. Okay, in the previous video we have learnt that r value is how much? N square h square by 4 pi square me square z. Okay, we know that radius of the orbit, in place of this r, we are going to substitute the value of r. Okay, I am rubbing this one. So I request all of you to please pause the video and note down all these expressions, or else repeat the video once again. Okay, repeat it back and then write the expressions. Okay, so that it will be understood to you. Right? Okay, now we know that this is what? Seventh equation. So it will become what? Seventh equation. Now here what we will write? We know that r value, radius of Bohr's nth orbit, is equal to how much? 4 pi square, sorry, n square h square by 4 pi square me square z. This is the value for r. Okay, this is the value for r. Substituting this r value in equation 7, substituting this R value in equation 7. Okay, now substituting this R value in equation 7, we get, what we get? In place of this R, we have to substitute this full value, n square h square by 4 pi square me square z. That full value we have to substitute in place of what? R. Okay. So total energy will become what then? Total energy is equal to minus z e square by 2 into, in place of R we have to substitute this full value, n square h square by 4 pi square me square z. Okay, this ones are 2s are 2 and 4 can be reduced in 2 table, ones are 2s are. Okay, bring this whole to the numerator. Okay, so minus z e square into 2 pi square me square z, 2 pi square me square z by this n square h square as it is I am writing. Okay, so that is equal to minus, as it is minus sign I am keeping, then 2 pi square m e square into e square e power 4. Okay, z into z, z square by n square h square minus 2 pi square me power 4 by n square h square. So total energy, expression for total energy is, this is the expression. Okay, so the expression for total energy is, therefore K, total energy is equal to how much? Therefore total energy is equal to, minus 2 pi square me power 4 z square by n square h square. This is the formula for finding the total energy of the electron. Okay, now that is the formula for finding the total energy of the electron. Okay, so that expression gives you what? Total energy of electron. Okay, total energy of electron. Okay, now if depending on the different types of units, you will be having different values are there for the energy expression. Okay, if it is in kilocalories per mole. Okay, if the here what variables are there and what we call constant values are there, that we know. Pi value is 3.14 and m value is 9.11 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kgs. M value means what? Mass of electron. Okay, pi value is how much? 3.14. The value of pi 3.14 and E value is 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. Okay, and Z value depends on the type of atom which you are going to take, and N value also, which orbit, in which orbit the electron's energy you are calculating. So that is variable. N value keeps varying. So I am speaking about fixed values. Okay, what are the fixed values? Pi value you know 3.14, M value 9.11 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. Okay, and E value 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. Z depends on the atomic number. H value you know it is 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 27 if it is in erg second, or minus 34 if it is in joules second. Okay, if you substitute these all known values, okay, in the above expression, if you are going to substitute these known values, okay, these known values if you are going to substitute in the above expression, then you will be getting the units means values for energy of the electron in various units. Okay, so just note down the value of electron. Electron's energy, En, energy of the electron in nth orbit, it is given by certain values. Okay, that is equal to minus 313.6 into z square by n square, as it is you will be writing. Okay, z square is what we call a variable, and n square, z square and n squares are variables. Okay, this value is there in kilocalories per mole. If the energy is calculated in kilocalories per mole, the energy of the electron in nth orbit, here En stands for what? Energy of the electron in nth orbit. Okay, then that value is in what? Kilocalories per moles, and En value is minus 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 11. 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 11 z square by n square in what? In ergs per atom. Ergs per atom. This is the value of energy of electron in ergs per atom. If you are changing the units, the value also will keep changing. Same like that, En value is equal to minus 13.6 into z square by n square in electron volts per atom. Okay na, electron volts. Energy can be calculated either in kilocalories or in kilojoules or in ergs or in electron volts per atom. Okay, you have kilojoules per mole, energy of the electron in kilojoules per mole. If you take the energy in joules, okay, in joules it is equal to what? Minus 1312 into z square by n square, kilojoules per mole. This is the value in kilojoules per mole. Same like that, En value, okay, in normal joules per atom, if you take minus 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 18 into z square by n square, joules per atom. Joules per atom. So like this you have 5 different values, okay, where energy is calculated in different units. Okay, so different values are existing for energy. In all these values you can observe one important point. What is that? In all these values you are observing the energy of the electron is found to be negative. Okay, in all these values the energy of the electron is found to be negative. And you can also observe one more important point, that energy of the electron, okay, is directly proportional to what? Z square. Okay, E is directly proportional to Z square and E is inversely proportional to N square. Okay, so if you combine these two and write, what you will be getting? E is directly proportional to Z square by N square. Okay, E is directly proportional to Z square by N square. So you can frame one equation based on this. One equation can be framed based on that relation. What is that? Okay, so E1 by E2 is equal to Z1 by N1 whole square by Z2 by N2 whole square. Isn't it? E is directly proportional to Z square and inversely proportional to N square. Okay, so if you just reciprocate, okay, what you are going to get? Z1 square by N1 square into N2 square by Z2 square. Okay, So E1 by E2, you will be getting one formula. This formula is useful for doing numericals. So E1 by E2, E1 by E2 is equal to Z1 N2 by Z2 N1 whole square. You can write it even like this also. E1 by E2 is equal to Z1 N2 by Z2 N1 whole square. This is one equation which you can get, and this equation is useful for doing problems, or else you can write even separately also. Okay, you can write separately also. Separately means sometimes they will be asking the relation between energy and what we call radius, energy and orbit number. Okay, here you can write based on these two equations. Please understand the points carefully. Based on these two equations, you can write one more way. Okay, as E is directly proportional to what? Z square. Okay, we can write it as E1 by E2 is equal to what? Z1 by Z2 whole square, or Z1 square by Z2 square. You can write like that. Okay, Z1 square by Z2 square. Okay, or from this what we can write separately, we can write, or together we can write this equation. Separately means we will write like this. Okay, so E1 by E2 based on this equation. Okay, as E is inversely proportional to N square, we can write it as what? We can write it as E1 by E2. If I write that side, you cannot see. E1 by E2 right? We can write it as what? We can write it as E1 by E2 is equal to N2 square by N1 square. We can write it as E1 by E2. E is inversely proportional. If you are writing 1 on the denominator, so N1 should be in the, if you are writing 1 on the numerator, N1 should be in the denominator, opposite. So this one becomes equal to what? N2 square by N1 square. This also you can write it as one of the equations. Okay, so all these equations will be very much useful for doing what? Numericals. Okay, so from this what we can say is, if here energy of the electron is inversely proportional to radius of the orbit. Okay, inversely proportional to orbit number, not radius, sorry, orbit number, and it is directly proportional to atomic number. Okay, so from this we can say that energy is directly proportional to atomic number and inversely proportional to orbit number. N means what? Orbit number. Okay, so this is the expression for what? Energy of the electron. Okay, this is the expression for energy of the electron. So in the expressions which you have already learnt, I said you have negative value here. Okay, there is a significance is there for the negative value of the energy of the electron. What is the significance of negative value of energy of electron? That significance also we have to learn. Why negative sign is there? Okay, why negative sign is there? Is there any significance for that negative sign? Okay, that also we have to learn. So now we have to keep side heading significance of negative value of energy. Significance of negative value of energy. Okay, now significance of negative value of energy. Negative value of energy. What is the significance of negative value of energy? Okay, that we have to learn about now. I am rubbing this board. See, in this all the expressions which I wrote, you are finding negative value. What is the use of that negative value? What does that negative value indicates? Okay, that we are going to learn in the significance of negative value of energy. Okay, so what is the significance of negative value? Okay, here negative value indicates, very important point, negative value of energy of electron, negative value of energy of electron indicates that some of the energy of the electron is getting used up to overcome, in order to do some work to overcome the influence of nucleus. You all know that electron keeps revolving round the nucleus and it is not falling in the nucleus. Why it is like that? There is some energy is there for electron, and that electron's energy you are indicating it to be negative. Why you are indicating it to be negative? Means the significance is electron has to do some work to overcome the influence of nucleus. So in order to overcome the influence of nucleus, okay, some of the electron's energy gets used up and it is going in negatives. Okay, please understand the point carefully. Okay, it indicates that the electron's energy gets used up, okay, in doing some work. Okay, it indicates that negative value of energy of electron indicates that, okay, the energy of the electron is lost. The energy of the electron is lost, okay, while doing some work, to overcome the influence of nucleus, okay. In order to overcome the influence of nucleus, electron has to do some work, and in order to do some work, some of the energy is lost. Influence of nucleus, in order to overcome the influence of nucleus. Okay, so while doing that work, all the energy of the electron gets lost, okay, and it goes into negatives. Okay, so while doing some work to overcome the influence of nucleus, hence its energy is gone to be negative. Its energy is gone to be negative. Okay, now its energy is gone to be negative. So that is the significance of negative value of energy. Okay, so this is all about the expression for energy of the electron. Okay, I hope you all have understood. Okay, first what we have done, total energy of the electron can be calculated by what? Sum of potential energy and kinetic energy. Potential energy formula we wrote, and kinetic energy is half mv square. In place of v square, again we get the expression which we get from mv square by r formula. Okay, so we substituted the value of v square in the given formula and we got ke value. Okay, so after that we added pe and ke and we got minus ze square by 2r. And in place of r, what we did? We substituted the actual value of radius of the electron orbit. What is it? What is the value for radius of the orbit? Okay, radius of the orbit is given by the formula n square h square by 4 pi square me square z. I am not finding it anywhere on the board. Okay, n square h square by 4 pi square me square z. So in place of r, we substituted that value and we got one more expression is there for energy of the electron. And there we are finding negative value. Negative value of the electron's energy indicates that electron has to do some work in order to overcome the influence of nucleus. Okay, so while doing that work against the influence of nucleus, the most of the energy of the electron is lost, and hence it has gone to negative, and that is the significance of what? Negative value of energy of electron. Okay, so this is all about energy of the electron, and in the next video we'll be learning about velocity of the electron, and we also will try to do certain numericals based on each formula. Okay, so please keep working. Okay, thanks for watching. Your hard work is your superpower. All the best, all of you. Keep learning. Do not waste your time. Okay, thanks for watching.